think we're good to go. So good afternoon, everybody. And we are here this afternoon to talk about health services at UAB, immunizations, and health insurance. So we're very glad that you are joining us today. Today we have Candace from Health Services, and she will tell you everything you need to know and answer your questions related to health services, immunizations, and health insurance. So it's about that time to get everything uploaded and get everything ready as you prepare to begin your academic year or join us here at UAB. So a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. We will have an opportunity for questions and answers. So you see the Q&A section at the very bottom. So feel free to type in your questions and we'll get to those at the very end. Also, at the end of our webinar, you will be getting a survey. And so it's very important for you to give us your feedback so that we know how else we can help you if you need any additional information. And so feel free, when you finish the webinar, you should get a link to the survey and just answer it then. So we thank everybody for being here. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the Q&A section and we'll answer it. We're also live streaming on Facebook, so we'll be monitoring questions there. And our webinar will post on Facebook after it's over. And also we will be adding the webinar recording to our website after we get the captions. So without further ado, Candace, take it over.
All right, thank you so much. All right, let's see here. We're going to get my screen up. All right, hope everybody can see that. So, hi, I'm Candace from UAB Student Health, and we're going to talk about the Student Health and Wellness Center here. And I like to say that we are the doctor's office on campus. We have 3 departments here at our location. We have a student counseling services, student health services, and our wellness promotion area, all housed here at Student Health and Wellness. To tell you a little bit about us, we are located at 1714 9th Avenue South. We're on the 3rd floor of the Learning Resource Center, and we're kind of catty corner from Gold Hall. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Friday, 9 to 5. We are closed on Saturday, Sunday, and most of the holidays. As you can see, there's a picture here of our building. So when you come to us, look for this glass front with an awning, and you can see where it says UAB Student Health and Wellness Center outdoors. If you need to reach us, you can definitely call us at the phone number 205-934-3580. And you can always look for any information at our website at www.uab.edu/students/health, or you can always just Google UAB Student Health. So for your wellness and success here at UAB, the Student Health Services team, we have here on staff medical providers, which compose of doctors, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants. We also have nurses, registered dietitian, a certified athletic trainer, our lab professionals. We have an immunization allergy nurse, a radiology tech, and a lot of support staff doing many things behind the scenes. Different services that we provide at the clinic. For primary care services, we offer STD screenings and exams. We offer annual checkups. We handle a lot of minor emergencies here at the location. We can do lacerations or sprains. We also have mental health evaluation and treatment. We have derm procedures that we can do. We offer all the immunizations required by the school, and including TB testing. We do evaluation treatment for most common infections like the cold, flu, pneumonia, COVID, any type of skin infection, sore throats, etc. We can help with any asthma evaluation and treatment, hypertension evaluation and treatment. We also handle people with diabetes. And if we can't help you, we're going to definitely get you to someone that can help you. more services that are here at Student Health are the women's health services. This is a big thing that we do here. We have a huge women's health area that we do annual exams. We help with contraceptive consultations, any STD screenings, if they're having any GYN issues. We also offer the HPV vaccination. We can help with any IUD placement or Nexplanon placements and removals, colposcopies if needed. And like I said, if we can't help with any of those services or they need something, we can send them to someone else if we can't handle it. But I don't want to forget that we also have a sports medicine clinic that's here on Thursday afternoons. It's a very busy clinic. We also have a sexual health clinic on Tuesday afternoons. We have a registered dietitian that is here in clinic every day that can help with lots of, if you just need some counseling on how to eat better or things that are better for if you have like diabetes or just some guidance on eating habits. Allergy injections, I would like to say that we don't do the testing here, but we can help with any allergy injections if your student requires those. And I mentioned earlier our immunization clinic. It's a very busy clinic, but we do house all the immunizations that your student would need while they're here. Also, one thing that we're excited to have, UAB Eye Care comes on Tuesday afternoons, and they can do any of your just basic eye exams here. And we also can help with mental health services. And like I said, referrals to other facilities if needed. If we're not open, there's after hours care around the area. We have the on-call provider. The phone number here is listed, the 205-934-3411. You just ask to speak to a student health provider. You can also go to the UAB Urgent Care. And I've listed their phone number there. It's located on 20th Street, so it's not too far away. And their phone number is 205-801-5251. But there's many other urgent cares here in the Birmingham area. And if it's more urgent than that and you need the emergency room, we're very blessed to be by quite a few hospitals around the campus. So to make appointments at Student Health, you can definitely call us at the 205-934-3580, or you can make an appointment through the student patient portal once you become an active student. That's probably the best way, either one of those ways, to get in touch with us to make the appointment. We usually have appointments on the same day that we try to keep a couple hidden for you to reach out for. And you can usually book those the night before, starting at 8 p.m. for the next day. And then we will have a couple of urgent care appointments that we save because there's always something, that might come up that we need to get someone urgently. So we are a very busy facility, but usually always have available appointments within the day, if not definitely the next day. So I mentioned just a minute ago, the student patient portal. This is a very important button that everyone needs to know. It's our online portal system that's specific to us, and it's where your students can make an appointment, send us a message, do any medication refills, reach out to the doctor. This is where they're going to upload their immunization documents. This is where you're going to put in your insurance waiver. And just, this is just a great place for them to get in touch with us for anything, because there's a lot of people working this portal and can get back to them quickly. So the student patient portal button can be found on BlazerNet, on the UAB app, and the Student Health website. And I've listed all three. It's newest to the UAB app, but you can find it at all three locations. And so make sure you're really familiar with the patient portal button. I can't stress that enough. When you click on the student patient portal button, you do have to sign in with your Blazer ID and password and your birthday. And then once you get into the system, as you can see on the left-hand side here, all of the different tabs that they have. So like I said, they can make their appointments, if they have any messages, or forms that need to be filled out. And notice here where it says insurance waiver and insurance card. The insurance waiver is the tab that you need to make sure that you press to put in your insurance information if you have your own health insurance. So the card is there also, but the insurance waiver is the one to waive the school insurance. On here also, they have access to their own medical records where they can go and look if they have like a lab result or something that they're looking for. And you also see the immunization tab, and that's where they would click on to upload any immunizations. Two requirements that are required at UAB that we handle are the medical clearance, which is the immunizations, and the health insurance. Due dates are for fall semester, August 1st, or spring semester, January 1st. So like I mentioned before, if you have your own health insurance, please, please, please make sure you submit a waiver at the beginning of every academic year, or you're gonna be enrolled in the school health insurance plan. So places that you would have your own health insurance would be from a family or parent plan, your own other personal insurance, or if you got insurance from the health insurance marketplace. Our insurance waivers do have to meet certain requirements. So it has to have unlimited coverage. You can't have any exclusion on mental health or pre-existing conditions. If you're international, I know you have to have repatriation and medical evacuation on your plan. You have to have at least $100,000 per accident or illness. And then your deductible can't exceed more than $500. And I would like to really speak to that remember the deductible is a part that you have to pay. So you never want it to be too high. I know on the student insurance plan, it's $250. So just be careful on your insurance if you go to the healthcare.gov to make sure you pick one that doesn't have a high deductible. This just lets you see that, you know, if you have your own health insurance and it meets our requirements, you just put in your waiver and you're approved. If it doesn't meet the requirements or you don't have your own health insurance or doesn't meet our standards, you will be added to the school insurance. The second thing that was required with us is the medical clearance to attend classes. In which, when I say medical clearance, I mean your immunizations. And these are things that you would have gotten from either the health department or your primary care provider, or you could have got them here at Student Health. And we accept any immunization certificate. I know here in the state of Alabama, there's a blue form that we accept, but we can accept any written document from a physician as long as they have the name of the facility and the provider that gave the immunization. And then we'll also definitely take, if you have to do a blood titer for anything, documentation from a lab or a physician's office. This tells you how to complete your immunizations. First off, you have to make sure that, yay, you're admitted to UAB and that you've created your Blazer ID. And then once you've done that, you can start submitting your paperwork. So you would sign it to the student patient portal, like we showed earlier, where to find that in the 3 different areas. Then you would click the immunization tab once you were logged in, and then go to the upload your record. And then once your records are uploaded, we review them here at Student Health. And as we review them, you can always go in and see if you're compliant or not. So you would click on the immunization tab in the student patient portal. Anything in green means you're good and compliant. Anything red, we're still looking for. So like I said, you can always go in and see where you stand. And it does take us a few days to review the records once they're uploaded, especially the closer we get to start date. So you can always go in and check if you have questions. You can go to the message tab in the student patient portal and message us with any questions. And there is a medical clearance message box that you can send something to. Our second facility here at Student Health and Wellness is our student counseling services. They do counseling stuff for crisis and emergency. They do consultations. They do a lot of outreach. And if you need an appointment with them, their phone number here is listed at 205-934-5816. They also have this new app that you should download, the Uab Well App. It has a ton of stuff that's very helpful. And if you don't have this app, I would like to encourage you to get it. And like I said, they do a lot of different types of counseling. I've tried to put here the different ones that I know of that they do all the time. They have a counselor in residence at one of the dorms. They have the student advisory board. They do have the mental health ambassadors. So lots of different types of counseling here and a lot of benefits for the students. If you reach out, they can definitely help you. One of their things that they have is the Collegiate recovery community. This is just for all students and participants, like I said at the bottom, for any type of background or walk in life, to include and affirm the community of people committed to long-term recovery, health, and wellness. They offer a dedicated study place. They have evening study hours. They also have a lot of events for sober social options. They have a great October one that they do, and they just did one for the July 4th celebration. So it's a great benefit that we have here. Our third area here is the wellness promotion. It is an area that is growing every day. They go out and do a lot of campus and community outreach. They have their peer educators that you can actually sign up and take a class and become a peer educator, and then go out and help train others about the interpersonal violence or alcohol, tobacco, different things, promote student self-care. So it's a growing area of our facility we're very excited about. And anytime you wanted to reach out to them, their number is 205-996-0834. And here's some of the different programs that they do every year. We always do something during domestic violence awareness. We've done the Clothesline Project, Take Back the Night, That Don't Fly. So they have a lot of different programs going on in their area. So this is kind of my quiz time to see if y'all were paying attention. So our first question was, what was our phone number? It's 205-934-3580. Our website, remember, www.uab.edu/student/health, or like I said, you can Google UAB Student Health. Where are we located? 1714 9th Avenue South, and we're on the 3rd floor in the Learning Resource Center. And when are we open? Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and Friday, 9 to 5. Important takeaways that I can't stress enough is that for fall semester, our deadline for the insurance and the immunization waiver is August 1st. For spring semester, it's January 1st. Also, make sure you know and be very familiar with the student patient portal button. That is a huge resource for you to have. And that can be found at BlazerNet, the UAB web app, or the Student Health website. And once again, phone number 205-934-3580, and our location 1714 9th Avenue South in the LRC building. So that's really all that I have for now, and I'd love to know if we have any questions.
Thank you, Candace. And it's been a lot of information, very useful information. And we do have some questions. So family members and friends who are with us, if you have additional questions, just feel free to put them in the Q&A section, and then we'll channel them to Candace. So Candace, the first question says, does mental health cover practitioners who can write ADHD medical prescriptions? And how do we make those appointments?
Yes, that's a great question. Yes, our providers can help with that. If you have already been diagnosed with ADHD, we just would probably need your records, and you can call our main number and we can help get you set up with one of our providers that can help with that. If you haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, then you will have to, we don't do testing here at this time, so we would refer you out for that.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. The other question is there a pharmacy on campus?
Yes, there is. There's not one in our building, but there is a CVS on 11th Avenue, so it's just a few blocks away from campus. There's also one in the UAB Highlands Hospital that is on the backside of the campus, and those are relatively close to all the dorms.
Awesome, thank you. The other question is there anyone in the clinic familiar with type 1 diabetes?
Oh, yes, we do have providers that help with that. We have multiple students that are here that we already take care of, so we're very familiar.
Thank you. We do have another question that says, my student shows the immunization already filled in. Did UAB pull these from the state health department that is in the same as the blue form?
Yes, so if they were here in Alabama, we do have access to the state registry. So yes, we would have pulled those immunizations.
Awesome, great. There's another question. So thank you. Keep your questions coming. That's why we're here. My student has not submitted the immunization records yet. If we turn it in tomorrow, and if there are any that they need to get, will they have time to get it if it shows up on the portal?
Yes, you still have time. We just set the August 1st date because there's so many students turning records in. That gives us time and hopefully have everyone ready to go on the first day of class. But definitely start turning in what you have. And if you still have something due, you're not going to have a mark against you or anything. You'll still be able to go to classes and everything.
Will they get a message if there's something that they're pending? We'll see.
Yes, you will get a message in the portal that says, you know, if you're missing the meningitis or whatever. That's usually the one I think that most students are missing is the meningitis. And I guess I should speak to that. You do have to have one if you're under 21, and but you have to be over 16 when you have gotten it. So there's usually somebody in there that will need that meningitis.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. A couple more questions. These ones are coming through our Facebook page. Is UAB doing any COVID-19 tracing?
We are not at this time.
Okay. We are having a hard time finding a physician. We're having a hard time finding a physician to get one of the immunizations that is needed. Can we get the immunization from somewhere like CVS or a Walmart pharmacy?
Yes, you can. And that just make sure they give you a printout of whatever it is.
Yeah, so make sure they have the records and the documentation to prove that they got
Correct.
the vaccine, basically.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Is it possible to update immunization records once it has already been submitted?
Oh, yes. We have students that might turn in just a TB test today and then tomorrow give me 3 more vaccines. So yes, you can always turn stuff in.
Awesome, thank you. And then there's another question that says, my son took the meningitis after the record was submitted. So they can just go ahead and update it, right?
Yes, they can just upload that that vaccine, unless it's on the same form, you can still upload it. It'll be fine.
Okay, awesome. And one important question with the times, I guess, is UAB doing any COVID precautions?
We're still trying to follow as much as we can of what the CDC is recommending. I know in our facility, we still have to wear masks. I know on campus, it's not required in all areas, but in our facility it is. And I know that they are meeting and always every week or so they're meeting just to keep up to date on what the latest guidelines are for the school to keep safety for the students. So yes, that's always something that's top on our priority of what's going on.
Awesome, thank you. There's one question. It says, any information regarding monkeypox?
Well, we haven't really seen that here yet at UAB, so that's great. But like I said, our providers stay up to date on everything that's going on. And like I said, there's weekly meetings of the current, whatever the the thing could be happening that we need to be prepared for. We're always trying to stay on the on top of it, so we'll be prepared.
Right. I think we all need to be cautious in every way. You know, if we
Yes.
can mask, we mask, and
Yes.
you know, just the normal precautions that we would take, and maybe take them up a little notch, right?
Yes.
We had a question, and let me see where it went. We have one question that says, my student is OOS. Can we switch to a doctor at your facility? And I'm trying to inquire OOS.
I mean, yes, they can acquire a doctor here. I know on some insurance plans, I don't know if this will answer the question. I know on some insurance plans, you have to have a primary care physician. And I know a lot of students have to have those. And they've picked Dr. Kathleen Pridgeon as their primary care on their insurance. But yes, we take pretty much all insurance and can help if we need to designate it someone.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And so thank you, families, for sending in your questions. We do have a few more minutes, about 3 more minutes before Candace needs to leave us and go. But we encourage you, if you have any additional questions, just send in your questions. If you want to relay them through us or contact her directly. If you have a few more minutes, Candace, before we go, is there any last minute tips or recommendations or suggestions that you have as students and families transition and prepare for the next couple of weeks?
Well, first off, I just enjoy it. It's going to be stressful, but enjoy all that you can. And I would definitely say, get to know where we're located, know how to where that patient portal button is, so you can contact us. Because like I said, that's a very important button. And then make sure you do that insurance waiver so you don't get charged on your school on your school account, because you don't want to do that if you don't need it. Which would bring up the point, check your student account, make sure the correct fees are on there. And then be working on your immunizations and make sure you have all of those in as fast as you can. Okay.
One question says, if we have any questions about any charges related to health services, who can we contact?
So if they're talking about the health insurance, that would be on their student account. If they're talking about like a bill, if they've come here and taken an immunization or something, you can always call us. And if we can't answer it, then we'll send you to the UAB billing department.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And so if there's any last questions that anybody has, we invite them to submit them now. If not, we thank you all for coming. Again, you will be getting a short survey at the end of the presentation, and the presentation you will be able to see it and review it again on Facebook when we're done, and then it'll be posted on our website within the next couple of days. We also want to invite you to our next webinar, which is happening in about half an hour, which has to do with campus safety and UAB police. So if you want to get up and go get something to, some coffee or something, and then rejoin us at 3, we'll be right here. And then we invite you to the rest of our webinars that are coming up next within the next week. We still have one on transportation and how students can get around campus. We have one on housing and dining, and we also have much more information coming your way. Check the Family Hub and just let us know if you have any questions. We're here to help. And thank you, Candace, for all the information that you provided us, for being there for our families and our students. And have a great afternoon, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.